Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I will be talking about Premier League match week 15 preview and prediction. So we got some really good games coming up this match week. We got Arsenal versus Chelsea, we got Leicester City versus Man United, and we also got Tottenham versus Wolves. So these are some really good games for this match week. And if you guys are new here, please give a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. So the like target for this video will be 20. Man United versus Leicester City. This is a good game to watch. Leicester City, they are, to be honest, very inconsistent, but still their front line looks very strong, because sometimes they'll play good against good teams, and then when it comes to those lower ranked teams, they'll end up losing. So it is very hard to predict what kind of Leicester City are we going to get. On the other hand, for Manchester United, they've been performing well. Their recent form line looks very good, even in Premier League. The last game was a 6-2 win against Leeds United. Defensively, I do think that there were some problems, but then, as we all know, that Leeds United is a good attacking team. So therefore, if there were some problems, I don't think that is a big issue. And in terms of strikers, they did perform really well. They scored 6 goals. So I do think that this team is in good form. And for a prediction, I'm actually going to say Manchester United will win this game with a scoreline of 3-1, because they've been playing some really good football this season. And then the last 6 away games, they got 6 wins in Premier League. So therefore, I do think this is a very strong team, and I think they can win this game. Fulham versus Southampton. This is another good game to watch. Fulham, they've been performing well recently. The last 3 games were all 3 draws, but they could have won all of them easily. On the other hand, for Southampton, they've been playing some decent football. 1-0 defeat against Manchester City was a disappointing one, because they were really looking good in that game, but the luck was against them, and therefore they lost the game. And I think Fulham will give them a good fight, because Fulham knows that they'll have to somehow get some momentum and start picking up 3 points instead of 1 point, because they are still 2 points behind Brighton, and Burnley are slowly running away. So I do think that Fulham will be eager to get a win out of this game. On the other hand, for Southampton, I think they should be looking for a win, because they've been performing well. Manchester City game was a disappointing one, but I still think that they are a team in form, and I think they can win this game. This is going to be a really close game. Both teams will make chances, but I think Southampton will be a little bit too strong, and they'll win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. This is another good game to watch. Aston Villa, they've been performing really well this season. They're playing some brilliant football. The last 3 games, they got 7 points. On the other hand, for Crystal Palace, they were playing some decent football until they got destroyed by Liverpool 7-0. To be honest, I really don't know what to say about that game, because I really don't know what went wrong. But all I can say that Liverpool was just too strong for them. And for Crystal Palace, I really don't know what to say, because they did play well. They were making a lot of chances. But then until Liverpool scored a second goal, from there onward, Liverpool started running away. And I think Crystal Palace lost the concentration and lost the fighting spirit. On the other hand, for Aston Villa, they've been performing well. They got a 3-0 win against West Bromwich. Yes, West Bromwich got a red card, but still 3-0 win is a really good win. And they've been performing well this season. And I do think that Aston Villa will win this game as well with a scoreline of 2-0. Arsenal versus Chelsea. I think this is a great game to watch. Arsenal will be eager to get something out of this game, because their recent form is really disaster. On the other hand, Chelsea, they are not consistent, but still they've been performing well. Their 2 defeats against Wolves and Everton was a bad one, but Lampard did come up with the new tactics, and it did pay off. But I still think that they are not really consistent. But still, this is what a good team does. They win on their bad day. So I think this is going to be a tight game. Arsenal will be looking for a result, but I think it's going to be difficult, because their recent form is too bad, and I think Chelsea will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Manchester City versus Newcastle. I think this is going to be a one-sided game, because Manchester City do have a very dominant record against Newcastle. In terms of form line, Manchester City has been performing well. They're 9 games unbeaten. On the other hand, Newcastle, they were performing well until they were destroyed by Leeds United, and then they drew against Fulham, and then they lost against Brentford. So I think they will be lack of confidence, and we all know that they do have some COVID-19 issue in the squad. And so therefore, I think there will be a little bit lack of match fitness. So I think this is going to be a hard game for them. They'll be eager to get a point out of this game, but I think it's going to be difficult. And from a prediction, I'm going to go with Manchester City 3, Newcastle 0. Sheffield United versus Everton. This is a good game to watch, because Sheffield United will be eager to get something out of this game, because they do have a little bit of momentum, because they got a point against Brighton. So they will be confident coming into this fixture. On the other hand, Everton, they are awake once again. Their last 3 games in Premier League were 3 wins. So Everton will be telling themselves we have to somehow get this win as well. This is going to be a tight game. Sheffield United will make Everton life difficult, I'm pretty sure, because they are a very defensive team and they are a very, very organized defense team. On the other hand, Everton, they do struggle with clean sheets. And I think this is going to be a kind of a tough game for them because I'm pretty sure Sheffield United will be sitting very deep. But still, I think Everton do have a lot of quality players compared to Sheffield United. So therefore, for my prediction, I'm going to go with Everton 2, Sheffield United 1. Leeds United versus Burnley. I think this is a great game to watch. Leeds United from line, it always looks pretty bad, I should say. But then when they perform good, they do win with good margin. On the other hand, for Burnley, the recent form line looks very, very good. They got 12 points in last 7 games. So you can say that the old Burnley is coming back. So this is going to be a tight game. And I think Leeds United will be having all the possession. And Burnley will be happy to sit back. And I think Leeds United will score and Burnley will score as well. But for my prediction, I just have a feeling that Burnley might win this game because they've been performing well. Leeds United, they're a good team in terms of attacking, but defensively they've been not that good this season. So I do think that Burnley will be a little bit too good. And we all know that Burnley goalkeeper Nick Pope, he's a wall. So I think it's going to be hard to get past him. Leeds United 1, Burnley 2 is my prediction. West Ham versus Brighton. This is a good game to watch. West Ham will be eager to get 3 points out of this game because we all know that Brighton hasn't been performing well. And I do think that they are one of the relegation candidates because the recent form line is not really looking good. Fulham is coming up. Burnley are out of relegation zone. So therefore, I do think that Brighton might be one of the candidates to relegate. I think this game is going to be good to watch. West Ham will dominate their possession and Brighton will be happy to sit back. But from a prediction, I'm going to go with West Ham to win this game because West Ham, they've been performing well. The defeat against Chelsea, I won't say it was a big concern because we all know that Chelsea is a good team. So losing that game won't really hurt them that much. And I do think that taking on Brighton will be easy for them. And therefore, I think they will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Liverpool versus West Bromwich. To be honest, I don't think I have to talk much about this game. Liverpool, they've been performing really good this season. On the other hand, West Bromwich, I think they were in good form because if you look at the margin, they were losing like 1-0 or they were drawing the game. But after their Crystal Palace defeat, the club is not same anymore. And then they also sacked the manager. And I think that decision might actually cost them. And I think they might end up relegating. So therefore, the club is going to really pay for that price because I do think sacking the manager was not a good decision because he got a good result against Manchester City and they still decided to sack him. I think it was pretty harsh and I think they'll end up relegating. And for this game, I think they'll lose the scoreline of 3-0. Wolves versus Tottenham. I think this is a very, very good game to watch because the last 4 times these teams met, we actually did witness 17 goals, which is actually a lot. So I do hope that this game will be a good one and we can expect some goals. In terms of form line, I think Wolves hasn't been performing well because they did lost to Burnley. And as we all know that the Jimenez loss is really costing Wolves. And I think that was actually the reason why Wolves lost that game. On the other hand, for Tottenham, they've been performing well. But then their last 2 Premier League games were not good. They lost to Liverpool and also a surprising defeat against Leicester City. So I'm pretty sure that Mourinho will be come up with something new, or I should say a new tactic, because we all know that the current tactic is actually not working. He will need something else because giving away opponents 70% of the 70% of the possession is actually a little bit too much. So therefore, I do think that Mourinho should try to tell his team that they should actually keep more possession than only 30%. Maybe go for 40%, 50%, because giving 70%, yes, you can play the counter-attack football, but still, I think it's a little bit too difficult because you're giving away opponent a lot of chances. So therefore, I do think that Tottenham will try to keep more possession in this game. And if they do that, I think they will be a really, really good team and it will be difficult for Wolves to stop them. For my prediction, I'm actually going to go with Tottenham 2, Wolves won. So that's the end for Premier League Match Week 15 preview and prediction. So if you guys did enjoy my video, please give a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel.